Hi everyone, and welcome back to
The Movie House.
Today we're going to talk to you about An American in Paris, a film from 1951 starring Gene Kelly and
introducing Leslie Caron,
right,
who was only, I think, like 18 at the time. She was discovered by Gene Kelly.
It's the story of An American in Paris, right?
After World War II, he decided to stay there and become an artist.
And he meets a woman who wants to be his benefactor and give him money so he can concentrate on his art. And at the same time, he meets this
beautiful young woman named Lisa.
He's got a couple pals there that they sit around and have coffee in the French cafe and talk about life and love and all that sort of good stuff.
And of course, there's plenty of dancing because Gene Kelly is a fantastic dancer. And lots of good music, all by George Gershwin.
Right. Yeah, great music and great dancing again. And it is interesting after having seen Easter Parade recently and now watching this, two of probably the greatest American dancers in film, and they have very different styles.
Yes.
Gene Kelly is he's a shorter guy.
Mm-hmm. Stockier.
He's a stockier guy than Astaire, and he's got a very more sort of athletic style to his dancing, not as
graceful.
It's fluid and graceful, but it's in a very, very different sort of way.
Different.
It's kind of interesting to contrast the two, but impressive.
And it's what's interesting about the music. It's George Gershwin, and at this point, I think he had been dead for at least 20 years. And when they approached his brother, Ira Gershwin.
Yeah, Ira.
He said he would be glad to release some of the music to them if only they agreed to make all the music George Gershwin. And so they did.
And I read on background that Vincent Minnelli is credited as directing this movie. He was apparently going through his divorce from
Judy Garland.
Judy Garland at the time and was away quite a bit apparently from the set. So a lot of the scenes are directed by Gene Kelly in an uncredited fashion, but that's the story that Kelly stepped in and he was a big star anyway, so he was kind of like in charge to a large degree, even probably when Minnelli was on the set, but he did a lot of the directing when Minnelli was not there.
And what did you tell me about the large dance scene at the end?
Oh,
there was something that happened that was very interesting, which I did not know.
Yeah, the lady who plays the benefactor, she got chicken pox, and she had to be quarantined for a month. So they had
kind of like what we're going through right now.
Yeah. So they had to come up with stuff to do while she was unavailable. So they came up with this gigantic 20-minute long dance sequence that Gene Kelly was in with all of these tens of, if not hundreds of other dancers that they stuck in at the end of the movie.
So it's pretty amazing. Lots of styles of dance. Bright, again, Easter Parade, the musicals at this time period in the 40s and the 50s were just bright, dazzling, beautiful movies. And the costuming, as I said, there's all a variety of dance shown in this later sequence that's pretty amazing how it flowed. Who knows? I mean, if it took a month to do, it's flawless in its execution. Yeah,
and I wasn't excited about watching this movie, to be honest with you, but it was pretty good. The dancing is really good, and the story is kind of different. So overall I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's boy meets girl, and will boy get to keep girl? It's romance at its finest. Great music, great songs, great dancing. We had an opportunity to see the Broadway version of An American in Paris, which is pretty recent. The choreography was fantastic, but I was dismayed at how dark and cynical and sad the Broadway version was compared to this movie. Yeah. I told Wally he had never seen the movie before, and I was excited for him to see the play. And I was shocked, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not An American in Paris. This is not it. It's not it. You've got to see the movie.
Yeah, that's probably why I wasn't looking forward to watching the movie, because I'd seen that play version and I didn't really care for it at all.
Yeah, no, it was really sad. The dancing was great, but that was about it.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. American in Paris, 1951. Gene Kelly, who?
Leslie Caron,
Caron.
who's famous for Gigi. If you want to
Okay.
see, he's got to see that next. Is Gigi is another wonderful musical.
So there you go. Check it out, and you'll enjoy yourself for a couple hours. Okay, that's it for us.
Because we want you to enjoy yourself for a couple of hours.
That's right. That's it for us here in the
Movie house.
We'll see you next time.